Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today we are going to be looking at Justin Fields and how his career is going to happen throughout the NFL. And he's got some very solid ratings to start off with. His short accuracy is huge. Like, I don't know why it's at such a high, I don't know, 85 seems pretty high for him compared to everything else. But 6'3", 230, 24, he's got a long road ahead of him. He should have quite the fun career to follow. So let's go ahead and see how he can do. I'll stop at the mid-season and then at the playoffs, aka the end of the season, for the first 2 or 3 seasons, track his progress really from there, and then we'll see contract wise and how things move forward. Probably just not go to the mid-season. For the first season, we'll see how the Chicago Bears are going to do and projected to do in a simulator video game, Madden 24. The Bears starting at 2-5 is not what you want to see, especially if you're Justin Fields, who's supposed to be one of these breakout quarterbacks, who is 30th in the league in passing yards. Only 3 interceptions so far is good, though. Rushing Justin Fields is okay. Madden just doesn't know how to code in quarterbacks that can run. DJ Moore is leading the team with 360 yards, though. Justin Fields off to such a bad slash slow start to the season. I don't know if we'll be able to see a great or particularly breakout season like everyone's projecting in the first year of this career sim. And the Bears finished their season 3-14. Not what you want to see at all. Any predictions for Justin Fields finishing 32nd in the league with some very horrid pass numbers? His rushing looks good, though. I mean, it looks fine. I mean, you probably think a quarterback would average more per carry, but it is what it is. DJ Moore not even up past 1,000 yards. Quite poor season for the offense in general. Sad to see, but we'll move to next season. Sim to next season. Sim ahead. We'll move it on. We'll see what the team's looking like. They'll have a very high draft pick. In fact, they might have 2 very high draft pick, and they get some, I mean, it's either a center or a guard here, but they get some pieces to help out, but no one that looks ultra important or significant upgrades on the offensive side of the ball. At least this might be one of their guys. I mean, wow, they got a D tackle and it looks like a left end or an edge rusher even, and this Williams guy, I mean, he's all over the place. He could be a right end, D tackle, or outside linebacker. Pretty versatile player. Yeah, so you upgrade on the defense primarily. You're not really focused on upgrading around Justin Fields, which is a little interesting. Got an okay offensive line, 2 good receiving weapons, and an okay running back room. We'll see if that's the equation for a good season for the Chicago Bears for the first time in a long time. See, it's still not good, but it's better than last year. At 3-4 to start off the season. We'll see Justin Fields, though, as he is probably still 32nd. No, he's 27th in the NFL, nearing 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. Justin Fields is the leading rusher, almost averaging 5 per carry. Receiving, Cole Kmet doing what he needs to do, and he's leading the team in receiving yards, which is a little interesting. We'll do the last bit of the season here, but I'm curious to see what contract or what year of the contract, what they're going to do contractually by next year or the year after that. Obviously, you have that 5th year option with the first round rookies. Bears finished 5-12. Not good at all. It doesn't matter where you look. It's just not good in any way you put it. Justin Fields, 2,900 yards, 20 touchdowns to 16 interceptions. I am highly considering a playbook change this early. Maybe turn it around for him before his contract's over and done with. And contract, so yeah, he's got a year remaining, and looks like 2026 he's owed quite the paycheck. So we'll see. He is still labeled as QB of the future. I will change the scheme up. I have one in mind, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. And they didn't even have a good defense, so I went ahead and switched those playbooks as well. They are both on Buffalo playbooks on the base 4-3. We'll get a good look at the team before we start, and it looks like they drafted the quarterback of the future. Are they keeping Justin Fields around after this season? I guess we will never know until next season. But Kerry Bates got some of the preseason reps, Notre Dame quarterback, with some impressive things going on for him rating wise. He could use a little bit more of that improviser type, but Justin Fields is looking to make a name for himself this year, and hopefully he'll come out and either earn that contract from the Bears back or end up in free agency and get his bag elsewhere. We'll see him at the midseason with the rest of the Bears, and hopefully this time they aren't disappointing. Do not hold your breath. This team sucks. switch playbooks to make their players better, but their team got a hell of a lot worse. 1-6 might just need a playbook, change, or you're not playing so far in the realm. With Buffalo, it's just so far off of what Justin Fields was doing, but I thought it'd give him some good pass usage while also getting some good exposure on the ground. But it's not even that bad of a season. 1,511 touchdowns to 4 interceptions isn't bad at all, while Fields is still getting 4 per 7-point carry and well over the pace to get over 500, maybe even 700 yards on the ground. So I don't know what all the fuss is about. I don't know how you're 1-6. It seems to me that everything for them is bad. They are 21st in the league on offense and 25th in the league in overall defense in terms of points a game. Very sad stuff starting 1-6 and your team's an 83 overall. We'll go to the playoffs and see if they can improve once again. Do not hold your breath. This team is ass. Bears, I think this is their best season yet, going 6-11, finding themselves moving up in the world each and every year. Justin Fields finishes with 3,600 yards to 30 touchdowns to only 7 INTs on the ground. Rushed for over 500 yards, still a very impressive season on the ground. What if Ravens playbook was the way to go? We might try that. I'll actually go look at their numbers right now. I know this might not be the fastest way, but you know what, we're gonna get there regardless. Let's go to rushing, and Lamar's up there and then still somewhere around here. So yeah, we'll try Baltimore playbooks if things don't go well with Justin Fields in the next season or two. We'll see where he might end up, because I think his contract is indeed over. In the quarterback room, Justin Fields is renewed on a contract for 6 years with this team. He will be here until he's 32 if he stays throughout his whole entire contract. There's no progression or regression sliders messed with in this thing here we got going on, this good career sim. So we will see him on the Bears for the remaining 6 seasons. Let's see how this team can transform through another offseason. And somehow, knowing the Bears, as a Packers fan, they will probably somehow find a way to get worse. And we'll see the Bears team now after yet another offseason, as Justin Fields has just moved to an 81. And this might cause a little bit of a problem. They have a superstar quarterback behind him. And you're trying to look ahead, perhaps, with a guard, trying to save up for the future, if you will. Defensively, this team looks okay. I really do like Javon Dexter. And they have so many superstar X Factors and superstars. This is kind of insane. This is, wow. They look very good on the defensive line all of a sudden. This could be scary. Ravens playbooks might come in handy here, but I still am on the Buffalo, and I'm still going to stay on them. We'll go straight to the playoffs and the end of the season instead of making a little pit stop at the midseason. And sorry if it's a low energy video today. Not feeling too great. And look at that, 10-7 from the Bears against their division rivals, or division opponents, if you will, in the wild cards of the playoff. But first, we got to stop. You already know, we got to look at the stats on the season. Justin Fields over 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. On the ground, though, he wasn't as effective, and they bring over former Green Bay legend A.J. Dillon, almost 1,000 yards on the season for him. He's getting a lot of usage, but not averaging enough a carry. Receiving was a good season there, and I do want to see these defensive line stats here, as they are getting sack production. So I'll keep it on Buffalo for the foreseeable future. I don't think that we'll really consider going over to Ravens, even though the quarterback play style is what we're here for. I think as the overall team performance just might help Justin Fields ascend as a quarterback more than a playbook if you're not doing as well as a team. Not even going to worry about upgrading players. We're just going to go ahead and get to the next week. See if we can beat the Minnesota Vikings in the wild card. Out of those two teams, I'd probably want the Vikings to win, and they do. Wait, no, we do. We win. And that'll be the Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders in the divisional. We'll see if we can advance to the championship for the NFC conference, and we can't. We'll go through another offseason and start another season with a new look team along with Justin Fields. And ignore the acne right here, as we're going to go ahead and load in another team, or another team, another whatever here. Looks like they got a good tight end slash fullback, and that guard that we saw last year will step in. They have a superstar wide receiver, Tovar. I will manually move him up. I don't know how long he'll stay there, but any extra bonus, anything he can get will help. it's McCary or M. Carey is going to move up. I'd move one of these guys to the interior. You know, I'll even do this for the time being. I don't know. This team's got a lot of weird things on it, and we'll see how it develops or how it works. But if I were building this team, this is such a solid base, and I don't know. I'd be very excited to see what this team is going to look like after this season. Despite only being an 83 overall, I think they have a legit chance at a good spot in the NFC side of things. So we'll see how this season goes for the Chicago Bears. So we then win the division. We win the division. We get home field advantage against the Eagles in the first round of the playoffs, who are a stellar team, but not really going to be up there with them. I feel like we are going to be the underdogs in that one, despite, like I said, having home field advantage. Justin Fields, 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Deuce Vaughn is on the team now, but Justin Fields only 400 something yards receiving. Darnell Mooney and more, both over 1,000, and Tovar gets close. I still want to see this defense because I know that they've got some dogs on it. So I'd like to keep a little eye out for that. But headed to the playoffs, or headed into the wild card, whatever you guys want to say, we have a very tough opponent against the Eagles. Can Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears pass them? I don't think so. Like I said, I have a very strong feeling we're the underdog, and we are also going to lose. We win. All right, so it feels like in Madden, it seems like if you're going to feel like you're going to lose, you're going to win. If you feel like you're going to win, you're going to lose. Just the way things go. Almost an impossible matchup against the Dallas Cowboys, who have the best playbooks in the whole entire game. Feels pretty losable. We lose that one by 18. If we get in the conference championship at this point, I will hop in and see how Justin Fields is doing at this point in time. But until we get there, we will just be sitting in simulation waiting for something to happen. And I'm curious what this team's going to invest with as they get better. They're going to have later round picks, maybe invest in a, wow, okay, so this tight end's a superstar X Factor. Can't move him up because he's already starting at fullback, so we'll go ahead and move him up there. But Darnell Mooney, and then like I mentioned, Tovar here, and obviously DJ Moore still kicking it, hanging around here. Justin Fields up to only an 83 isn't great. Deuce Vaughn's a thing. I don't know if he'll really ascend or be anything great this year. There's only one way to see. We will go to the playoffs, aka the end of the year, see how the rest of this team is doing along with Justin Fields. And then I have a feeling after this season, I'll look into Justin Fields' career so far a little bit more, you know. But the Bears, another average season, a little meh. 9-8, it's still above 500, but barely. And you have people in your division doing a little bit better than you, finishing pretty middle of the row. Justin Fields, 4,000 yards to only 26 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Not what you want to see. Deuce Vaughn was fine. Like I said, I don't think he was going to be anything crazy, and he wasn't. Fields wasn't anything insane on the ground either, but DJ Moore was doing pretty good in his role, and Trey Tovar doing what he used to do. Only one touchdown, though. That's a little interesting, but like I said, I want to jump in. I want to see the rest of how Justin Fields' career has gone, and I might just move to some Ravens playbook. I know he's 29, a little bit on the older side now, but is what it is. So he started off his career kind of horrible, and then got a little bit better, and then got a little bit better, and then ascended and only got a little bit better, and then he got a lot better, got even better, and then this is probably his best season to date. This one right here, 2025. It just probably's got to be. This one might have had a higher passer rating, but he just wasn't that insane. Time sacked, though, only 19 in 2023 to 55 in 2022. Yikes. Rushing wise, though, his numbers have been up and down. They've only pretty much gone down, so sad to see. But I think we'll move over to Ravens playbook, play to Justin Fields' strength, to see if we can get any fun numbers, if you will, instead of seriously looking at this as, you know, how Justin Fields is doing, instead of how good can Justin Fields be on the ground and in the air, and try to maximize that. So we did change the playbooks over to Baltimore, and that included a 3-4 defensive switch. I know you guys probably are a little lost. Not everyone knows 3-4 versus 4-3, but you see there's one less player down here and one more up here. Honestly, the 3-4 fits our system. The best way to look at a 3-4 versus 4-3 is look at the rows. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 up here and 3 down here, so that makes it a 3-4 versus 4-3. You can go into personnel differences, and it really wouldn't, like, you might not be able to comprehend it. I'm sure you'll get it over time. These are just some bigger ends, and then these outside linebackers would be treated like edge rushers, but I'm not going to go ahead and do any position reassignments or anything like that just to get it to fit a scheme when obviously we'll have the right guys starting everywhere. And it should be fun moving in to this next bit of Justin Fields' career. New path taken with some new playbooks and a little added interest this season in the run game for your star quarterback. Let's sim to the playoffs and see what's up with the Chicago Bears. I have a feeling this is going to go super sideways. And I was right. 6-11 is not the way to start your little second phase of your career at 30 years old. If you're Justin Fields, it is what it is. 3,600 yards passing, 23 touchdowns to only 9 interceptions. What is his QBR? I know passer rating, is that a 96? Is that the one that they use here in Madden? As Jamie Gibbons and Justin Fields wasn't even that spectacular on the ground, despite averaging obviously a little over 5 or a little under 5 per carry. DJ Moore was still pretty good, but no drastic differences between this playbook and Buffalo's. So we'll see with a given like another added 2 years on these playbooks might change anything, but I doubt it. Let's keep going to next season. Keep moving on to next season. I do want to see what his contract actually looks like now that it comes to mind. I'm curious if he is under contract for 1 or 2 more years. It feels like it's already been like 4, maybe even 5 seasons. So that is pretty crazy to think. How deep into this video? I'm only 35 minutes into recording. Like I said, this is a little bit of a lower energy one, so I'm kind of a little boring here. I'm literally just scrolling through like Twitter. I got Tyson Badgett on my phone. Yes, that is an old iPhone. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, they still exist. 2 years remaining on the contract. So you'll have this year and next year, or this upcoming year, and then the year after that. I think I'm so stupid. I could be wrong. And we'll skip out looking at the team this year and just go to the playoffs. We ain't got nothing to see. Let's go. Let's see if anything changes with the Chicago Bears this season. They don't go 6-11. Small chance, but it might happen. So the team went 8-9. It's not bad, but it's not what you want. But again, it's not bad. Justin Fields here with 3,250 yards, 3,250 to 26 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. He only gets worse as age goes on. I'm going to switch to a super pass heavy one to see if he can put up some fun numbers that way. But this Ravens playbook really hasn't worked out. Good defensive production, all rebuild or career sim long though, which I needed my rebuilds instead of career sims, because rebuilds you get kind of annoyed over time. And when I say kind of, I mean really. It gets annoying as hell, like legitimately. Oh, well, this is why. Are you joking me? Come on, man. Oh, we're better than that for sure. Oh, to have it on Washington playbook for that long is very, 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 very triggering to me. That pisses me off, man. We could have just seen some great seasons from Justin Fields, but instead he was as mid as they get. He's down to an 80. Now that he's regressing, we have no time left to see this old-ass man on his legs. Anyways, 88 throw power, playing +1 with morale. I think, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, which I know some of you guys would not hesitate to do, even if I did not just say that. He is on the last year of his deal, and regression's hitting pretty hard at this point, and he might have a better chance on his legs. Let's see if anything can change. DJ Moore's also down to a 78. Kind of rough. Let's head into this season, see if anything changes now that we actually have the right fucking playbooks on. And now that our offense takes a step up, obviously our defense takes a step back, which is honestly so sucky because it was doing so well for so long. The defense was. So Justin Fields at 36, 20 to only 7. That's a good season, but rushing, this is what we needed out of him for the longest time, man. Now we're not getting it. To have that wasted, that's just a little bit of a bummer. You could say that we wasted away his prime or whatever, but it's probably going to happen anyways in Chicago. Don't at me. They went 7-2, by the way, and Justin Fields might have a decision to make whether or not he wants to retire, move on. I almost dropped my controller. If he wants to retire, move on, or shit, I canceled the auto sim. Retire, move on, or stay with the Bears. We'll check. We'll have the moment of truth ahead of us, and the menu this year has been so slow and miserable, so I hate doing or talking this early. So there is no more. Is this really Max Duggan with 1G? It is Mike here from UCLA, coming in at a 75 overall, so good for him. He's found a home with the Chicago Bears, but let's see where Justin Fields might have ended up. Found him. Justin Fields is now a Cardinal. Interesting. That's going to be fun. So now this team obviously has the addition of Justin Fields, who knows if he's even the starting quarterback here. He is. So the bridge quarterback type with a great offensive line ahead of him, and an insane tight end, and a really good receiving room. So holy moly. They have a chance here to do some great stuff, and we'll see, how this translates from paper and how the team looks to on field and how this team's gonna be. Why? Okay, one question: why is a superstar X Factor 74 not playing above? Like, am I lost? Like, hello? And I'm very hesitant to change. So this is Seattle, but if I wanted to go to Arizona playbooks though. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. They have a mobile quarterback and whatnot, right? So, do I do it? I can. I can do it. I very much could. But I liked what we saw from the Baltimore's playbook last year. So, we'll do that. We'll do Baltimore. Then we go find Baltimore's defensive one. And then this is how you change your set, if you guys didn't know. So they were currently in a base 4-3, or we were in a 4-3, but now we'll just do a 3-4 and keep it on West Coast zone run, even though our scheme fits aren't exactly there. We'll just keep it on that, and the team obviously is going to do what the team does. But playoffs, we'll go to the end of the season and see how it ended for the no longer Chicago Bears. It's going to be the Arizona Cardinals. One hell of a stat right here. Stetson Bennett, a rookie, is 186 days older than Tremaine Edmonds in his 6th season. Oh my God. And we cannot see the standings for the NFC West, so that's a little peculiar. So we'll have to click on the real standings and see what happened. And we are in the NFC West now, so 7-10. Not a way to end the season. Hate to see that. You'd obviously like to be a little bit better than that. But let's do the season held for Justin Fields. I didn't even check his contract. I don't know if he's done after this season. I swear, I hope he is. I swear I could take a nap right now. That's something I've never done since I was probably a good 6 years old. So Justin Fields was ass on the ground. Jiminy Chrysler. Did it change us back to Washington playbooks? I'm going to go check right now because I'm very curious if there's a bug and it wasn't user error like I was hoping, or like I'm hoping. But we'll see. Let's go to manage staff, team schemes, or Shiemies. Let's go to Team Shiemies, and is it on Washington? If it is, it is. So it was a bug with the game, not with me, you dumbasses. Okay, it'll be up to Justin Fields whether or not he's going to be back here. We'll check his contract. So he is on that 1-year deal. Maybe has one more year in him, but if he's going to go be a backup somewhere else, I'm not following along with this career sim. It will end, I promise you that. Sure, you could say I'm lazy. Sure, you could say it's a lack of effort, but I'm going to say I'm tired and I don't feel good. Justin Fields is back in Arizona for a year, which is a little interesting because they, in my opinion, probably have one last go at it. We'll see what they can do. Head to the playoffs, aka the end of the season. See how this one translates, how this one plays out. Perhaps the final year of not a legendary career, but a good career from Justin Fields. And we went 6-11. Definitely wasn't worth bringing back Justin Fields just to do worse than you did last year, which is a little unfortunate. Going for only 3,400 yards, 24 touchdowns. Did it bring us back? It might have brought us away from the Baltimore playbook. I wouldn't put my, put my finger on that. I don't think that that's the likely scenario. I'm debating being done right now anyways. It's just, I'm almost falling asleep here in between simulations. Am I over-exaggerating? Perhaps. Maybe just a little bit. I don't know. It's just getting to a boring point right now. You guys know how it is. Okay, Justin Fields will be the starting quarterback for this Cardinals team one more time. One last go at it. One last dance. Perhaps he will get a sports documentary someday. But probably not today. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to be today. They go 8-9. So there's that. So this is a video. Dude, I thought I was tripping. I was like, dude, I need to go. Like, that is bad. But it wasn't my head doing that. Okay. Good to know. Justin Fields, 3,100 yards. Very bad. 21 touchdowns. Very bad. 11 interceptions. Pretty bad. Rushing, only 780 yards. Pretty bad. Receiving, I don't see Justin Fields in here, so that makes it pretty bad. That'll be the video. Thank you guys for watching. Do appreciate it. Like I said, sure, you guys can say this is lack of effort all you want, but I'm going to do what's good for me. And I don't care because yeah, been here a bit and don't want to stay. So that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Deuces.